Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Tevora Talks. I'm your host, Cash, joined as always by my co-host and partner in cybercrime, Matt Mosley. How you doing? Happy Thursday. We made another week.
Happy Thursday. I am doing excellent. Shib through the roof. Loving it.
Yeah, ship through. We're
Enjoying
one
it.
step, couple decimal points away from financial freedom.
Yeah. Exactly.
I wonder how much more money, a lot of money went into that in the past few days. So hopefully it keeps going
Yeah,
up.
billions of dollars.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And you know what sparked it? Do you know what the source was that sparked the whole peak again?
Uh-uh.
Elon Musk posted a picture of his dog, which is a Shiba Inu dog.
Dude, the market is so weird.
And that's
so
it.
weird.
That's it. He didn't write anything else. It was just a picture of his dog and his dog's name. And I forget what the dog's name is, but that's how it started.
Well, for all those that bought in, welcome to the club. We will all have our own islands soon enough.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully we'll name the island after his dog's name. How about that? You're like, it's called Floki Frank Puppy. That's the dog's name. Yeah, Floki Frank Puppy.
Well, he's definitely one for naming weird stuff. So
yeah. I mean, that's kind of fun. Frank Puppy is funny. I like Frank Puppy. Frank. But I don't know. It's, aside from things going through the roof, what else went through the roof? Or would it be backwards? Something leaked, I guess. Something good leaked this.
Yeah,
this
something
week,
went out the roof.
Leak. Yeah, went out the roof. It got torn open and just like thrown into the wild. Are you ready for the drum roll? Who it is? Who's the major breach of the week? None other than Amazon's Twitch. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Twitch got breached. So fun. I'm sure you heard about it.
I did. So, it's pretty crazy.
So what is Twitch? I mean, for those that don't know who Twitch, what it is, we've been talking about getting on it ourselves, but it started out as like a major platform for streaming gamers, right? Gamers would go on their play and other people could go watch them live and they can interact with the people and whatnot. So it's a pretty big platform. And I think recently it's becoming more widely used. Like I have a friend who's like a professional chef. She started a channel there, and some DJs I know, they're starting to do it. So it's a pretty good platform for.
Yeah. Kendrick Washington, who's he had us on his show.
That's right.
It was a Twitch stream from Technology Interpreters. And so, yeah, if you're Twitch and you're still on there, go check out his page. But yeah, it's definitely a growing platform. Hopefully we'll get on there. We'll probably wait a little while for the dust to settle after this. So, but
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, talk about a huge hit. I mean, 128 gigs of data, and in that data, intellectual property, information about payouts to content creators, just all kinds of stuff. And this is just the first dump, right? Yeah. Apparently, these attackers have said that this is the first of a few that are going to come. So it'll be interesting to see. What else do you think they got?
Look, this is the full list. It says the leak includes 3 years worth of details regarding creator payouts, right? Yeah, because they go on there and they make money, right? So a lot of people make a lot of money too. Number 2 item, the entirety of Twitch TV, quote, with commit history going back to its early beginnings. Source code for the mobile, desktop, and video game console Twitch clients. Code related to proprietary SDK and internal AWS services used by Twitch. An unreleased Steam competitor from Amazon Game Studios. Data on other Twitch proprietaries like IGDB and CurseForge. And Twitch's internal security tools. And then they say the leak is labeled, just like you said, as, quote, part 1.
Yep. And the one thing that a lot of people aren't talking about, which I think is interesting, is this stream competitor, codenamed Vapor. I think we all kind of saw that coming, especially if you've been watching, or if you haven't, or if you're an Amazon Prime member. They do give free games out every month. And I think it was only a matter of time before they had their own platform for doing marketing games and all that good stuff. But that's pretty interesting that they actually are working on a Steam competitor. And I mean, as if we need another Amazon product to come into the marketplace and reduce competition. You know,
Uh,
obviously we're not a huge, or at least I'm not an Amazon Kool-Aid drinker. I do have Amazon products, but I do like room for competition. So
well, this is good. I mean, I feel like every time one of these big companies gets a little hacked, they become a little vulnerable, right? As far as their presence in public's eyes. And,
yeah. So how
you
did
know,
this one happen?
it says it doesn't have any information on exactly how, but from what I read, it's something about just the server misconfiguration, believe it or not.
Hmm.
So,
That could be
but
a
they haven't
number of
really
things.
released, yeah, they haven't released any more stuff. But the only bad side is, and we preach this right in our when we do our tabletop scenarios about hacks, when we go into the non-technical side of it, how companies now they have to recover publicly, right? As far as their brand image and stuff.
Yep.
So, and this is happening. It's happening to Twitch. So it says like Twitch has been struggling to contain ongoing hate and harassment recently, right? So there are hate raids. Some Twitch streamers took a day off, and Twitch has responded to the hashtag Do Better Twitch movement. So I
Yeah, I
wonder.
think
I
there's
don't
been a
know.
lot of cyberbullying going on, and I don't know. I mean, quote unquote, from the attackers, it's a cesspool of hate, right, or something like that. And
That's crazy.
so yeah, I'm not really on Twitch. I don't know what the community is like. You can tell my age, I guess, just because I don't understand the need to watch someone play a video game, but I know my kids
I
love
don't
it.
get it either.
So
I know I don't get it. I rather play the video game, but I mean, I guess to be fair, us growing up, we used to watch sports on TV, right? Like football, soccer, basketball. That was our thing. And then you just kind of played video games because you had no way of like showing your video game skills. But now with all this like esports movement and everything going on, I guess it makes sense
I
in a
mean, I
way. But
guess I still play Call of Duty and I still watch sports, but when I get out in Call of Duty, it's not really a whole lot of fun to just watch my team play without me.
yeah,
I
for
don't know,
sure.
man. I just don't get it.
For
But
sure.
that's me.
But I
I
mean,
don't
I
get
do.
NASCAR either. So,
That's a NASCAR. But I don't know. Sometimes it's cool to go on YouTube or whatever and watch like these guys on like Call of Duty, the ones that are like the ones shot snipers that just go like unload on everybody. Um,
I do. I mean, highlights are cool, right? Like, shout out
yeah,
to
highlights.
Team Head Kick if you're out there listening. My buddy used to make a lot of videos, rap videos about games, and he would do highlights from all of our multiplayer, encounters with each other, and some of the highlight kills that we had and stuff like that. Um, Later on, went on to do the Deadpool rap. So shout out to that guy. But anyway, I mean that's cool. I don't mind watching highlights, and I still watch highlights on sports and stuff. But I just watching someone just grind through World of Warcraft or like League of Legends it's just not very fun to me. But I could see how it could be appealing to some other people. It's probably relaxing too. I don't know. But I'd
Yeah.
rather just be playing. So, but for those that are big Twitch people, unlike me, I definitely recommend going in and changing your password if you haven't
Yep.
already. Go in and enable two-factor authentication if you haven't already.
Yep.
And with that said, go and do that with all of your accounts across the board. Go and enable two-factor authentication across all of your accounts wherever possible, right? And don't use the same password for everything. There's going to be a lot of people changing their dogs' names after this, I think.
So I mean, Twitch said that no conclusive evidence that any account information was exposed, but they are also, just like you recommended, saying, do exactly those things, reset your passwords and enable 2FA. But on their end, they reset all stream keys. So
Oh yeah, and reset all your stream keys, all your connections to your accounts, any APIs, all that good stuff.
I wonder, I mean, to correct myself from earlier, all of that do better Twitch movement was not because of this. that started, and I wonder
That was
now
prior to,
if,
yeah.
yeah, it's a few weeks prior, and I'm wondering now if it's like an intentional hack as part of this do better Twitch movement. It's like
Well, I think that's what people
hacktivism.
are starting to kind of put together, maybe. So, everybody's
Yeah.
starting to do conspiracies. Nothing can just be, a hack or an unfortunate incident. It has to be a conspiracy. So, like
There's
Facebook
always a
going down the
reflex.
other day. That was all because of the whistleblower. I don't know if you knew that. So,
Really? That was
no, I
related?
mean
Or
that's
is
just what
that
people are theorizing. Like, oh, they went down so they could
uh-huh.
cover up all their tracks. Well, I really doubt that Facebook's going to take a $5 billion blow to their stock market or to their
Yeah,
stock
no.
to cover up their tracks. They would just go in and do other things. They also wouldn't disrupt all the other services they have: WhatsApp, Instagram, and Oculus. So, I mean, just think about like
Unless,
I just wish people would think about things more globally than locally.
but I
So
mean, unless like, they have their finance wizards up there calculate the long-term risk versus reward. They're like, okay, 5 billion now versus, 50 billion in the next 10 years if this like really goes. I don't know. That's my tinfoil hat talk right there.
that's super tinfoil hat because now you're involving like 30, 40 people orchestrating a huge
Hey man, those war rooms, they get
coordinated
big. You
effort.
never know. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. I
Stakeholder.
mean, it's not like Enron used to do something similar, right? They just call the energy companies in California, and be like, "Hey, we need a spike in energy. Can you shut the energy off?" And then all of a sudden now we have rolling blackouts. So
I mean, like, look, Facebook, their market cap is nearly $1 trillion. So in the scheme of things, like 5 billion right now, it's like, all right,
yeah, what did
it's
you do
still a
with your
fat
time
chunk.
off from Facebook and Instagram?
What did I do? I mean, I kind of just maintained our IR activities, but you know how life is with Instagram. Like every X amount of time, really quick, your ADD kicks in and you play with it for 5 minutes. So those 5 minutes, I would just grab my phone out of impulse, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do with my phone right now. Like this device is so
It's useless.
functionless
No, I'm just kidding.
currently. It is. It's like unless you're, trying to play a video game on it, or otherwise, I don't know, take a picture, actually make a phone call. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and text messaging, but you know, but a lot of people did get affected by that.
Definitely. Definitely.
A lot of businesses, it definitely put halt in operations for big companies that use, like WhatsApp for global communications and things like that. So,
I mean, it showed kind of how much Facebook controls, right? And
oh
if one
yeah,
goes down, why did all of it go down? Like that's really weird. Um, which I think will be interesting with this Twitch stuff too, right? Because they got multiple things, right? It wasn't just the Twitch source code, it was proprietary SDKs, right? Software development kits, and internal AWS services information. So that's information that could potentially damage AWS. It could potentially damage other products that have been built upon these SDKs. I mean, I don't think there's a fear of a Twitch competitor coming out with the exact same source code, right? Just because you'll be sued into the ground. Jeff Bezos will make sure that you don't exist, or if you do exist, you'll just
oh
be
for
behind
sure.
paperwork for the rest of your life.
He'll
But the thing about it is now they have the
launch you into
source code, they
space.
can find bugs in it wherever they want now. Right, like there may be vulnerabilities that we just continue to hear about from here on out for the next 5-10 years. So
I wonder who's the guy that had to text Jeff Bezos and be like, "Hey, boss, yeah, we got hacked, and it's a big one."
yeah, it's a big one.
Somebody had to tell him, right? I
I mean,
wonder how
there's
well he took it.
yeah. And then there's some comments that I was reading like, oh, apparently their data loss prevention wasn't working, like DLP. Well, I mean,
Should we guess which
yeah,
service it
I
was?
guess obviously, but like, do you throw DLP on these types of areas? I mean, I guess you would want it on your intellectual property, but some of these spots, I don't know that DLP would even be running, um, although it probably should after the fact. But and then the other thing was, how did nobody see 125 gigs of data going out?
Well, I
Well,
mean, that's I mean, in respect
yeah, I
to
get
as
it.
much as traffic as they handle in a day, that's probably not that much.
Right. And I mean, the same goes for Iran, who didn't notice like terabytes of data going out when we hit them with Stuxnet and Dooku and all those different attacks. So like, I don't think I think people have a misunderstanding of like what is going on in the back end of for these security teams. Like we're not looking at every single packet that goes out the door. And if
Yeah.
you are, power to you. I don't know how you're obvious how you operate that way. But if you are, great, good on you. But that's not how the real world works, at least not from my perspective. So
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I always have that scenario where I build and I say, these guys have been living in your environment for X amount of time and they've been, chipping away at the block, shoving out a gig a day or something like that. So kind of go a little bit under the radar. And they haven't even said on Twitch how long these guys were in their environment. They haven't
right.
disclosed that
I
at
don't think
all.
they know yet.
They probably, and that's like more of a question. Is like, well, if they were in the environment, did they only take data, or were they observing internal activity, or what else was touched? But who knows?
Yep. Yep.
We'll see. I think the onion layers are gonna start getting unpeeled more and more as the days go by. This is day one of Twitch's incident. What
Yeah.
phase of it are you, which phase do you think they are still? I think they're probably still
Identification.
in
I
identify,
think they're
yeah, for
still in the
sure.
identification. Yeah. I don't think they've got,
Yeah.
I mean, they may have partial containment, but at this point, you still don't know what was attacked, what was breached, how they got in. They think it was security misconfiguration on the internal GitHub server, but I mean, who knows? It could have been phishing, and they have credentials, and I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see.
I mean, it's
To
just
be
like the
continued,
solar
I guess.
winds and fire eye and all that stuff. Like we'll see what happens. More will come out, I'm sure. So
Imagine this could be like one of those service provider situations, just like SolarWinds, and they pushed some line of code to everybody's devices who has, Twitch service on their computers. I don't even know if it's a thing. I don't even know if that's a thing.
yeah,
Like,
I
do
don't
you
know
download
how it all
Twitch
works.
on
I
your
have not
computer? I don't
touched
know.
it, but that would be interesting.
Well, if you're on Twitch and you have been personally affected by this catastrophe, please let us know. We'd love to get
We
your
will
opinion
fight
on
for you.
it. Larry H. Parker got me 2.1 million. If you don't know what that commercial is, you're much younger than us. So
Yeah, you probably enjoy watching Twitch.
well said. With that, Twitch and Twitch team, good luck to you guys on your recovery. That sucks. Wish you wish you well. The Twitchers out there, yeah, reset your passwords, enable 2FA, get your keys going, and I don't know anything else.
No,
Matt?
that's all from me.
That's funny. Well, I guess maybe we'll come back with an update and we'll put a more upbeat sound effect for them, like a
Nah.
hoorah or a bravo. No,
A Bravo. Yeah, maybe if they do a good job. We'll see.
like clapping sounds. Yeah, you guys got
We'll do a
backup. You
golf clap.
done
It's Amazon after all.
it. Deal. But all right, well, till next time, I guess we'll bring you guys some more hot information in the cybersecurity hacker world. And yeah, that's all for me. I guess I'll stop talking. Anything from you, Mr. Mosley?
No, I was just wondering when you were going to stop. No, I'm just kidding.
Jeez,
I'm
fine. I
good.
guess we'll just end it here. But
See you
till
guys
next
next
time,
week.
happy Thursday. See you guys next time.